She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace.
Hello, litigators and opinionators. Court is now in session. How is everybody doing? We have been talking about this tragedy for quite some time, and there has been some recent updates. So, just a backstory: there has been an ongoing 2-year beef between this man here and Manny. Was Manny Ruiz, but people called him Sin City Manny, and another YouTuber called Finny and Bubbly. And actually, Finny and Bubbly weren't really YouTubers. They became YouTubers after an incident occurred a couple of years ago, back in 2023, when Sin City Manny pepper sprayed Finny's wife. And Finny, being a taller man, about 6'4", he felt like, hey, I'm not going to get any bragging rights if I beat up this little small guy who was about, I think he's like 5 feet. He's a pretty small dude. I think they said he's about 5'2", actually. So they have been going on with this beef for quite some time. Sin City Finny had about 2 YouTube channels. One that grew quite large. He had about 46,000 on one of his YouTube channels called Sin City Family, and he had a smaller channel that had about 14,000 on that one. And then his wife, Sin City Julie, she had her own YouTube channel. And so before this all happened, Sin City Manny actually was working as like this salesman. He would try to convince people at the Las Vegas Strip to go ride on this little airplane thing, and he was like this salesman for that. And so he did YouTube on the side. His wife actually started out doing the YouTube first, and then he took over the channel. And then he was getting a little good at it. He started getting all these super chats, and he was like, you know what, this might be a good job for me. So he quits his real job, and then he devotes his whole time to YouTube because he was getting quite the amount of money from YouTube. He was getting a lot of people giving him super chats and stuff like that. Well, as his channel became really big, he became very cocky, and he created this other character. It was like he was dressing up in clown uniforms. I mean, all kinds of crazy uniforms. He was Beetlejuice one day. He was all kinds of crazy stuff. He began to hide his true image behind glasses. He always wore glasses and a mask and painting. So he had a character. He had 2 sides to him. One side was this character that he built and created for social media. And that person was very vile and was violent. That was involved in a lot of different altercations, but also wanted to create this image like they were a whole big familia, and it was kind of like his gang, and they needed to go out and get whoever harmed him. And he even have had his followers dox and find Finny and his wife. There's all kinds of stuff. And if you guys want to know more details about that, you guys can watch the many videos that I broke down and went over the different details and really dissect this story in its totality. There are other people that are doing YouTube on this, and they're kind of like making money off of it, but I really do this for the fact of trying to get to the truth of what really happened. So, well, recently, the person being who he is, I look at Manny as a narcissist. This man does not take accountability. He terrorized his own wife. In fact, he terrorized his wife so much that she was more so afraid of him. A lot of people didn't think she was, but she was. He used to abuse her at home, allegedly. And the older son used to have to take up for him and defend his mother. Not take up for him. Sorry, I said that wrong. His mom, his son, Sin City Angel, he actually has a YouTube channel, guys. He has his own YouTube channel, and he would have to defend his mom. Okay? He had to defend his mother, and he would always, a lot of times, have to step in to defend her. And I'll show you his YouTube channel. He has about 11,000 on his YouTube channel. But before we get into that, let's get up with the updates. Now, Sin City Manny appeared in court this past week, and finally we got to see those eyes that he has been hiding for God knows how long. I wanted to know, I was determined to find what this guy looked like because I couldn't find one video or photo where this man, you could see his eyes. And the thing is, what I think about Manny is he's a very insecure, frail man. And so he hides behind this character of being this badass, but in reality, he's not. He's a coward. He's a coward, and that's why he hides behind glasses. He never wants people to see his eyes because he doesn't want to see people to see the real person he is. And when you look in his eyes, he's really a fearful man who is afraid of what's going on. You can see the bags under his eyes. This man has not slept. He has literally been going through hell in that prison. And in fact, not prison, that jail. In fact, the place where he's planning to go, I hear that this place is haunted and a lot of people who have unalived themselves at that jail. He's gone to a very dark place. Now, he has appeared in court and he had the audacity to look at the camera because he can't resist the camera. This man is obsessed with attention. He soaks it up. He hungers for attention. So when he saw that camera, he couldn't resist it. He couldn't because he's obsessed with fame. He has thirsted to become a celebrity. And so he's getting all this attention. And as soon as he saw that camera, he couldn't let it go. He couldn't resist it, y'all. It was like unbearable. He had to look at the camera and had the audacity to say he's innocent, despite the terabytes of evidence that detectives have found in this case. They have so much social media database on this man. It's going to take them years to get through. And that means they're going to have to spend all night to get through that evidence because they're going to have to speed up the years into like a matter of a few weeks because they are going to put on a case in front of a grand jury and get him indicted and try to present him for a death penalty case. So on July 29th, he will be appearing in court to determine what the grand jury has decided. And it's my prediction that they're going to submit him for death penalty. But this man is so arrogant, right? In his little delusional mind, he thinks he had the right to kill Finny and Bubbly. And that is what he's going to present in court. He's going to present all the details of the bullying and the trolling that Finny did. And he is going to put on the case of his life. I don't even know if he's going to actually go to trial because here's what happens. I used to be a criminal prosecutor and I've been an attorney for 11 years. And I've seen this happen time after time after time. These type of individuals who are being charged with serious crimes, a lot of times they're very arrogant and cocky. Throughout the whole trial, throughout the prior to them being convicted, all the way to the point where the jury makes their decision, they're cocky and they feel like they're going to beat the charges. So right now, he is not facing the consequences right now. He feels in his little delusional mind that he's going to be able to outsmart the jury. Like he thinks he's outsmarted the public time after time after time and all the people who have followed this man. So he thinks in his delusional mind, he's going to be able to persuade the jury and he's going to get away with it. Just like all the typical criminals who have this arrogant, cocky persona. So he knows, and I don't know what this man is thinking, but he really looked at that camera and had the audacity, y'all, to tell the camera, I'm innocent. I'm like, boy, bye. There's so much evidence. They got terabytes against you. Terabytes of evidence against you. Okay? You're not getting away with this. Other issue is Las Vegas has been losing money. People don't want to go near that place. Okay? They don't want to show up. All right? So they ain't going. Unless Las Vegas proves that they can take care of and hold this man accountable. So let's take a look at the article that I found on this, guys. This audacity, it in fact enraged me when I saw him look at the camera and say that I wanted to punch him through the screen. I'm like, do you really think you're innocent? Anyways, before we get into the video of his little hot mess self, let's read this article because, they break it down for us. So anyway, the man accused of shooting and killing a rival YouTuber and that man's wife in a video streamed live from the Las Vegas Strip proclaimed his innocence, boy bye, to the 8 News Now investigators camera on Thursday. Manuel Manny Ruiz, he's 41 years old, also known as City Manny, is accused of shooting and killing Rodney Finley, who is 44 years old, also known as Finny the Legend, and his wife, Tanisha Finley, 43 years old, also known as Bubbly, near the Bellagio fountains on June 8th. I'm innocent, Ruiz said to the camera as a marshal led him out of court. Videos and photos The 8 News Now investigators obtained on Thursday reveal more about how Metro Police built their case against Ruiz. Central to the proceedings, Finley's live stream video, which prosecutors said shows Ruiz shooting the Finleys outright. And this is his official mugshot right here. 8 News has obtained his official mugshot. And here he is. We can look this man in the eyes. And let's take a look at his eyes, because this man has been hiding these eyes for years. I don't know how long this man has been on YouTube, but I don't think anybody has ever seen this man's eyes. These are the eyes of worry on his face. He looks like he is terrified. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. This man has not got sleep in the last month. He looks very depressed. He looks like he has no soul left in him, and he looks broken. And he looks stressed the wood out. He looks terrified. This is a man that looks scared and like a little boy. Manny always wanted to come off as this big bad boy, but in reality, he's a coward. He is his eyes, and that's why he always hid his eyes. There's a reason why. Anybody who hides their eyes, they know that eyes are the window to the soul. And when you look at this man's eyes, he looks scared. He's scared. And he's terrified. He's not that big and bad, bold, flamboyant man that he portrayed on YouTube all those times. That was a character that he portrayed to all of his followers. And they fell for it. They thought he was some big and bad, bold man. That's why this man always had weapons. He never could fight on his own. He couldn't fight like a real man and take on Finny like a real man. He had to use pepper spray one time. He had to hide behind his security guard. He had to now shoot with the gun. You see how he didn't even give Finny a chance to talk? Finny only had to say, "What's up?" and he died because he was scared of Finny. And he knew Finny was going to take him out. You see the time where he creeped behind Finny. That time before he murdered him. So you creep behind him back in April of this year. He never could face Finny face to face because he's a coward. He bullied his wife. He bullied his children. This man is a selfish man because when he made that selfish act that night, he now left his wife without a husband and his children without a father, and he shamed his son. Don't you know his son used to have a beautiful YouTube channel? His son is different, polar opposite of who this monster is. His son is a sweet young man who to me, the videos I've seen of him, he's a sweet, tempered man. And he had to see this man abuse his mom. And now he's embarrassed and humiliated because now his dad is known as a murderer of 2 people. And you know what? He's not been on YouTube ever since. And that is sad because why does his children have to suffer because of his own selfishness? He didn't think about any of that. And now he has the nerve to go to court and talk about how innocent he is. Boy, bye. And that arrogance is what's going to be the very downfall of this man. That is going to be the reason why he ends up getting the death penalty. Now let's keep going. Last week, a Clark County grand jury voted to indict Ruiz on 2 counts of murder with the use of a deadly weapon, documents said. The indictment means Ruiz's case bypasses the justice court process and moves directly to the district court. Prosecutors often use the procedural tactic to move cases along. So this is what happened here. And I'm going to keep reading this. The prosecutor, they do, like when I used to prosecute, this is a strategy that we would do because we don't want the defense attorney to catch wind of what we're going to present in court because we don't want them to build this fabricated story to basically get their client off. So what a lot of prosecutors will do, and this is strategic, is we'll present the case in front of a grand jury because we don't have to have the defense attorney or the defendant in the courtroom. It's just the prosecutor putting on a case in front of the grand jury. And if the grand jury finds the case to be sufficient, they will get an indictment, which means they bypass what is called a preliminary hearing because they have 2 choices. If they do the preliminary hearing, now the defense attorney can appear at that court. They'll be able to hear all the evidence that the prosecutor is going to put on. They now can prepare this theory in defense of the prosecutor's case. So they get like an upper hand in the case. And basically the defendant knows all the stuff that's going to be laid out for him, right? So a lot of especially when it's a murder case, most of the time you're going to see the prosecutor is going to go for the indictment. And that is a good news here that he was indicted. So there's overwhelming evidence. Like I said, there's more than terabytes worth of evidence against this man. Okay. Now let's keep going because this article is going to break it down for us. Now, Ruiz made his first appearance in district court on Thursday for his arraignment. Ruiz did not enter a plea as his attorney said they were awaiting a decision as to whether prosecutors would seek the death penalty should a jury convict him. A committee makes the recommendation to the prosecutors, okay? So the June confrontation stemmed from a beef between the two YouTubers streamers, police said. Ruiz later turned himself into Henderson police and told detectives he acted in self-defense. Boy, bye. He thinks that self-preservation of his reputation is self-defense. That is not a legal defense in the court of law. Sorry, sir. And ignorance of the law is not immunity. Now, here is one of the photos that the officers took. Now, this is Las Vegas Metro Police suspect Manny Ruiz ditched his hat in his trash can at the Paris Las Vegas place. So this was his hat that he wore, and everybody saw that on the live that he did. I know you guys have seen his last live circulating on other people's YouTube channels. So this was the hat that he ditched in the garbage can where officers found. Okay, videos the 8 News Now investigators obtained Thursday show a police officer's body camera recording the sounds of gunshots. The officers were standing across the street. The video then recorded officers rushing to the shooting scene. Prosecutors also showed the grand jury a clip of the live stream itself, y'all. The video shows Rodney Finley adjusting the camera. About 20 seconds later, a man police identified as Ruiz appears to struggle with Tanisha Finley. Remember how he was trying to dodge her before the shooting is captured on video, according to the prosecutors. In the aftermath, police said that Ruiz left behind a trail of evidence, y'all, including a hat discarded in a trash can at the Paris Las Vegas. Police also believe he ditched the murder weapon, cramming it into a nearby fence. And here is that firearm right here. He tried to hide it behind a fence. Boy, bye. Las Vegas Metro Police suspect ditched a gun near the Paris Las Vegas. Now, during the previous court hearing, Ruiz public defender said there were 4 terabytes of discovery. 4 terabytes. And the reason why that's significant, because a lot of people think that jury trial is going to happen next month in August because they scheduled a jury trial for next month. I guarantee you what the defense attorney is going to do is they're going to continue. They're going to waive his right to a speedy trial, and they're going to continue the case saying that they need more time to prepare for that jury trial. And this is a defense attorney's tactic. You see, defense attorneys strategically like to delay these cases that are murder trials the longest they can. Like they'll delay. They'll delay this case for years because their whole goal is for the witnesses to lose memory of this incident, and also for these witnesses to basically be unfound. Meaning, a lot of times as the years go on, witnesses disappear. The prosecutor will lose contact with some of these witnesses. They'll move out of town, move out of the country. You don't know where they are. And then even if you do find those witnesses, a lot of them don't remember details because it's happened years ago. So this is a strategy. Normally the defendant will waive his right to a speedy trial, and they will delay, drag out. And that is the very reason why we find that these cases do not happen quickly. They usually happen at the earliest a year from the time of the incident or several years. So I guarantee you that trial is not happening next month. If it does, guys, it's a miracle. It's unheard of that a case would be happening that fast, especially because there are 4 terabytes of discovery. That's insane. How is he going to even get through all of that? Now, again, and that makes sense because this beef has been going on for how long? 2 years? And shoot, Finny has hundreds and hundreds of videos of 2 years of talking about this man for hours. That's crazy. Okay. And then also Manny does too, because even though Manny's wife or he deleted his account on YouTube, I think he did, because he had a whole night when he escaped from that scene. He was stashing his hat. He was stashing his shirt. He was stashing his gun. I think when he went to his friend's house that night, he immediately deleted that account because he knew that it had evidence on it about him threatening to kill Finny. So he deleted it. I don't think it was Julie. I think he did it. because he was trying to get rid of evidence, as you can see. But the thing that he doesn't realize is law enforcement can subpoena that information from YouTube. Even if you try to delete your account, they can still retrieve the videos from your account. Now, keep going on this article. Ruiz later turned himself into a Henderson police and told detectives he acted in self-defense, which is BS. A Henderson police officer's body camera recorded as Ruiz waits in the lobby of the police station, and we saw that video. Ruiz remained in custody Thursday without bail. Prosecutors were expected to announce the death committee's decision on August 4th. Wow, so they have to submit his case to a death committee. And you got to know how abnormal this is, right? For Las Vegas. Las Vegas has not had a death penalty case in at least a decade. Can you believe that? So it's very shocking that they would go for the death penalty. Like, a lot of people didn't expect that, because the last time, and not even just a decade, I'm actually undercounting. The last time they had a death penalty case was in 2006, guys. 2006. Almost 2 decades. It will be 2 decades next year. So it's unheard of for them. They have the death penalty, but they haven't pursued it since 2006. So this is crazy for them. People are shocked that they're going for the death penalty. This is a huge deal for Las Vegas. That means they're going to throw the book at this man, and they're going to make a huge example of him. I'm shocked that they're actually submitting it, because they haven't done it in 2 decades. So let's watch this video. What's interesting too is Julie did not show up to that court appearance. I think Julie mad at him. You know, a lot of people, and I was also guilty of this, that we accused her of being a part of this. And I think people still think she is, but she did not show up to this man's court hearing. And I don't think she paid for him to get an attorney. And you want to know something also interesting is, you know how a lot of times they do GoFundMes? Everybody seems to have not done a GoFundMe for this guy. And that's not normal, because you see, like, even the Carmelo case where he's saying self-defense, they did a whole GoFundMe. They raised over $300,000 for that boy. And he has one of the top lawyers helping him. But it's very interesting in this case. No one did a GoFundMe for this guy. And there's a reason why. Because most people see him as guilty of what he did, and there's no excuse for what he did. And they're not going to stand for that, because it was obvious what he did. He's on camera doing it, just killing him in cold blood. And people aren't going to stand for that. And that says something very big. And notice how nobody showed up to this man's hearing. But let's watch this. Let's watch this man make a fool of himself.
41-year-old Manny Ruiz tells 41-year-old our camera he's innocent Thursday.
Legal August 4th?
Innocent. 41-year-old Manny Ruiz tells our camera he's innocent Thursday.
Legal August 4th?
Ruiz appearing in district court after a Clark County grand jury voted to indict him on murder charges. That grand jury shown this police body cam video, which prosecutors say recorded the sound of gunshots fired from Ruiz's gun. Prosecutors also showing the panel more of that live stream, which shows 44-year-old Rodney Finley adjusting the camera moments before police say Ruiz shot and killed him and his wife, 43-year-old Tanisha Finley. In the aftermath, police say Ruiz left a trail of items behind. Photos showing the hat police say Ruiz was wearing, officers finding it in a trash can at the Paris Hotel. This jersey located in a hallway.
So there you have it. This man had the nerve to go on the camera, though. He couldn't resist that camera. You know how, if anybody knows Manny, this man loves attention, okay? He cannot resist the camera. And he made a complete fool of himself talking about how he's innocent. This is going to work against him. You know why? Because the court sees this. The judge sees this. And this is not good. And not only that, the prosecutor sees this. So when he eventually does go to court and he eventually does have a trial, everything that he does to show lack of remorse is going to work against him in sentencing. And also, if he's acting unapologetic while the jury trial is going on, that the jury is going to see him doing that, and that's going to work against him. Every time he acts like he doesn't care and he's brazen about it and unapologetic, it is going to drive the dagger deep into him in terms of his prosecution, and he probably will end up going down for a death penalty, because a lot of jurors are less inclined to impose a death penalty. In fact, there was a man who shot up a church and killed, I believe, what was it? How many men he killed? Or men and women? I think it was like 17 people. And the jury in Florida did not give him the death penalty. So a lot of times juries are less inclined to do a death penalty, and they did not do a death penalty for that man because they felt he had mental health issues. But this man, he doesn't come off as a man who has mental health issues. He comes off as an unapologetic sociopath, someone who doesn't care for human life, and he only cares about himself. Honestly, I know a lot of people felt like Manny and Julie were in love, but this man was horrible to that woman. And it shows, because she did not show up to court to this man. I don't think she's going to get him a lawyer. He claimed up and down he about to go get a lawyer, and she not going to pay for that lawyer. She don't have the money to do it anyway. She going to move on with her life, her and her son, because this man made a fool of her and destroyed her life. Like, now she can't even show her face in the court of law. She can't. She can't show her face. Like, she hasn't been on YouTube ever since. And now everybody's pointing the finger at her. I don't know if she did it. I have no idea if she was involved. It was very suspicious because I've seen a lot of videos of this couple. And when he has even creeped up behind Finny before, back in April, she yelled him. You heard her voice in the background saying, Manny, like she was trying to stop him from doing that. But I felt it was very suspicious in this case because this time she never even said Manny. She just walked ahead like she knew what he was going to do. And that's not normal of Julia. Julia normally will, I call her Julia. Sorry, Julia will normally stop her man. She will yell at him. She will try to get him back in line. But this was the one time that I seen her not do that. And that was very odd to me. And it gave me the chills because that is not normally what she does. She usually, even if he tries to use violence, what she did in April, she will yell at him. She will try to get his attention. She still will not show the camera when he does the violence because she's still covering for him. But this particular time, she didn't do that. In fact, she carried on and walked down the street as he went over there to approach the victims. So there's just a question in my mind whether she was involved in this. But at this point, she has been nowhere to be found, y'all. Nowhere. Okay. So this man is this is one of his photos they took of him when he went to turn himself in, thinking he was all that in a bag of chips. He thinks he's a celebrity in his head.
Taken shortly after that arrest. We are awaiting a decision from the committee that will determine if Ruiz should face the death penalty should a jury convict him. We should learn that the first week of August. At the Regional Justice Center, I'm David Sharns, 8 News Now.
And Detective.
That is what it's about to happen. Now, I want to turn your attention to the son because I feel so much empathy for this son, man. I think the son is a good boy. He's so sweet. You can tell he's a polar opposite of his father. And now in the middle of this kid loved his channel. He called himself Sin City Angel. And he talks about what he loves. Like he says, join me on my walks through the Las Vegas Strip or Fremont. We're all about immersing ourselves in the Las Vegas vibe. So he kind of picked up on what his dad did. He made his own little channel of showing people the Las Vegas Strip. But when we play a little bit of his videos, you'll see what a beautiful person he is, in my opinion. He's the polar opposite of his dad. He comes off as very peaceful. He talks about his streams are free content, but donations would be greatly appreciated and stuff like that. So that's his little post here. He said he likes to show people the food. But this young man, he has like 11,000 followers. This young man has not been on his channel in 2 months because of what happened to him. Because he's embarrassed. He can't even show his face. Or in a month. Sorry, in a month. I calculated that wrong. He hasn't been on YouTube in a month because of this. Look at this. It's so sad. And he's a good kid. He's nothing like his dad. Let's see a little bit of these videos, though.
All right, let's see part 2 of this short, but let's appreciate the awesome view real quick. Hold on, wait a minute. But since City Angel here, we got some action-packed streaming today for you guys, and a little sneak peek of what we got here. We got a couple challenges for you guys that you guys are able to unlock for me to do, if that makes sense. And we got one of them right here, one chip challenge. Now, it's not the original one chip challenge like the Pocky one. That's been gone. It's banned, I think it is. But this is the closest one to it. Some people actually say it's hotter, so if you guys want to see me attempt this and actually unlock it for me to attempt it on live stream, tune in. We just got here at 3:20 p.m. Frank Sinatra locals do not go right now because Frank Sinatra Street is packed, but we should be live streaming until 10 p.m. or so, right? So around that time frame, join in, say hello, hit that like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But yo, what's going on, y'all? Sin City Angel here. We're about to live stream in a second now, so we're gonna start around that 3 p.m. time here, and then we're gonna end around maybe 8 or 9 p.m. So around 6 hours of live streaming. It's gonna be epic. Stay tuned. We might even get some JNC and Jerry Reaper action. They're about to arrive anytime now. I think they arrive around 4 p.m. or so. So check it out. If you're watching this in between that time frame, I'm probably live streaming, so come in. I want to say what's up to you guys and see you guys. So get ready. See you guys there. Yo, what's going on, y'all?
You see this house in Florida?
So just from those videos, he seems to be like the polar opposite of his father. He actually has really good content on there. Like, he does really good videos. Like, this is the last video he did. Actually, I found this other cool video. Oh, okay. So he went to Yosemite in July of last year. Hold on, guys. Sorry about the advertisements. Let's go there. Okay.
You've walked.
It kind of connects. It's pretty deep too. I believe this goes all the way down to the waterfall. Nice chill out area. Looks like right here you climb from main trail. Nice. We're following more and more up where the water goes. Very nice. Here. Looks nice though. And then Half Dome. The most intense trail to go on. You need a permit over here. It gets real deep over here. Nice though, nice. Who knows, maybe you see Angel taking a dip here. Cannonball. Oh. We're going in the water. It's gonna be cold, I just know it. Woo!
So I thought that was a pretty cool video because it shows like he's really into like going cool places, showing people other parts of places of California where his parents are originally from. So he just seems to have a different mindset. I know some people in the chat are saying that he mocked someone because they were dating a black person. I don't see this on his YouTube channel, so I don't know what he did on the side. Again, Manny deleted his YouTube channel, so we don't get to see that side of what was really going on. So we only have what we have, of course. And we only have really the side of Finny posting all those videos. So we only have this. But the videos that are on here, to me, shows a different content than what his dad had. He seems to have a better grounding and a footing. He may have picked up some of the things his dad did, and he's probably not perfect, but the aura that I get from these videos is he's not as bad as what his dad is. Now, this is a cool video of him like being a foodie.
Step into Wix Studio.
Sorry guys about these ads. That's just a part of the whole thing. Okay, so we'll have to wait for that to go off.
Oh yeah, sushi taco. Okay. So. We're gonna show you guys how it goes. Alrighty.
Come on, thank you.
And don't drop them, huh?
That's right.
So this is the first time I'm trying soft shell crab. So we're gonna see how it goes. Oh yeah, sushi taco ever.
So first sushi taco for both of us.
Uh,
First soft shell for you.
Exactly.
So
So
we have high expectations.
we're gonna show you guys how it goes. Alrighty.
Come on, thank you.
And don't drop them, huh? All right, we missed it, but this is pretty good, man. Check this out. Soft shell crab, good. W. Firecracker ahi tuna taco. Yo, that shit's fire. That's busting. This one might be better, in my opinion.
All right.
Other one was a what's it called?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Other one was like a 9. That's a like 9.5. Damn.
56.
What's that spicy? That spicy sauce. That's fire.
Mayo.
Spicy mayo.
Ahi tuna, spicy mayo, and smelt eggs.
Oh yeah,
A little orange spin, a little egg.
that's fire. Soft shell's a 8.6. 9. That's a 9. I can eat a but.
For that, bro. I'm a macho
Dude,
too.
oh, solid 7 out of 10.
7 out of
7.5. No.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
By the way, chicken skewers that have mochi, like mochi cut.
Mama.
Moma.
Mama.
Momo mama.
Let's go.
Hey, at the food time. Hey. Oh my God, just more and more.
Cheers. Ready? Like
Right.
that. Thumbnail. Look.
Oh, you're right. Thumbnail, huh? Another one?
and then
Hey, like this, like this.
Ready?
Oh yeah, that's the mama. That's the mono chan or something.
Mama.
Moma. Momo mama.
Let's go.
Hey, how is it?
Try it. It's delicious.
Right? Hey. Put some of that noise in.
For the ASMR.
Hey, alrighty. That's enough spinning. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. I've had matcha when I was a kid. I like it, but it was Starbucks matcha. This is actually pretty good. I like it. I might be a matcha guy now.
You might be
I'm a matcha bro.
Okay,
You know that video? I'm a matcha.
bro.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. I'm a matcha
Dude,
bro too.
whole solid 7 out of 10.
7 out of
7.5. No.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
By the way, chicken skewers that have mochi, like mochi cuts. Love mochi cuts.
Got sauce on it. And
Yeah.
dust. Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
So that was one aspect, but you know, it's a common theme with Angel's channel. I feel like it has substance to it. Unlike City Manny, who was just on there pretending like they were the perfect familia, but he's trying to tell his viewers to go out and harm his nemesis, which was Finny, and find out where he lived at and all this stuff. His son seemed to like focus on more positive things. Like he has such great things on his channel. Actually, he has good content. And now the dad is like, now the dad did this heinous crime, and now he just went into hiding. Like, he's not even online anymore. I don't know if he's hiding, but maybe he's ashamed. Maybe he just doesn't want to deal with people coming after him. Who knows? But if you look at here, let's go to this video. We don't have to worry about the videos, but I want to show you the comments here. Somebody says, young man, none of us can help or control what our parents do in life, but we can make sure that we choose a different path in life and make great choices. My prayers go out for you, and I hope you have people to support you. Sorry. They said, I'm so sorry, Angel. Watched Manny for years. I'm still in shock, praying for you and your family. This person says, Angel, I'm still in total shock, praying for you and your brothers right now. This person says, I'm so sorry, Angel. I hope you and your siblings will thrive and be successful in life despite your parents' horrible decision. They said, I miss watching your live streams. Hope you're keeping your head up, Angel. This person says, we all love you, Angel. You'll get through this strong. You're strong. I will be praying for you. Stay strong, Angel. You're not alone. Peace be with you and all the family. They said, I keep checking in. Miss your walks and talks. He said, such sad news. This is a devastating I used to watch you guys late night before going to sleep. Stay positive. They say, Angel, I can't imagine what you're going through. You're a good, kind, honest dude. And your family needs you more than ever. You'll be successful. And then they go on to say, you're a good angel boy. We are here for you. So it's beautiful that people are actually being positive and they're not like slaughtering him. So I really feel that's nice that they're not like blaming him for what his dad did and like saying, he's at fault. He seems like a pretty solid dude. I know he may not have been perfect and he may have did something on the other channel. I can't speak for that. He may have had some qualities of his dad, but the stuff that I'm saying that he posts about is not him out here being violent and trying to threaten people and all that. He seems kind of mal-tempered than his mom. And look, I think he posts this video of his mom. This is his mom. Why is this muted? Why is there no sound? There's no sound to it, guys. Oh, that's not his mom. Never mind. Getting a lap dance from Marilyn Monroe. That's funny. He posted this one. It doesn't have sound though, guys. So that's kind of weird. This is Manny's son. Why do they not have sound on this thing? Yeah, guys, I have it to the highest volume. There's nothing on here. This is probably one of his wild videos here. Oh, okay. All right. All right. That's probably one of the most wild videos I've seen on his channel so far. So he has some, he's got some wild tendencies there. And, he has been actually to some of the live strips with his dad. There's a video of him at the live strip with his dad on here that I seen. So he's gone to the live strips with his dad. But I'm just saying, give the kid a break. I like that people are being positive to him and giving him a break because this is not his fault that his dad is an idiot. All right. Yeah. So some of y'all in here trolling. Somebody in here said, I can't believe you're lying. First of all, ma'am, you don't understand and you don't know what the definition of lie is. So let me educate you, double D's, because clearly you need to go back to school and get some education. Let me tell you what the definition of a lie is, because clearly you don't understand it and you're misusing the word, okay? A lie is intentionally false statement. Now, I have not once made anything intentionally on this channel that is false, knowing it's false. Everything that I've said is either information that is gathered from videos, evidence that is on YouTube channels, or from news articles, or I'm just giving my opinion of those news articles or YouTube, ma'am. So before you use a word, make sure you understand the meaning of it because you're misusing the word and you clearly don't understand what a lie is, ma'am. A lie is something that someone intentionally lies about. You said, shame on you. This is what you said, ma'am. You said you're not talking about me. You said, wow, shame on you telling lies. I'm the only person speaking right now. So you're speaking about me, ma'am. You're saying I'm telling lies. I've not told one lie on here because I have not intentionally shared a false statement. I'm merely analyzing the information in an article and analyzing the volumes of videos I've watched on this case to analyze it and formulate my own opinion, and also utilize my 11 years of experience as a trial attorney to tell you and educate you about what I think will happen in this court and in this case. So that's all. I haven't given any false information. It's not my intention to give off false information. My intention is to try to bring you the true information and thoroughly analyze the case and give you my opinion, and then also hear your opinion, because our channel is based upon everyone hearing the information and formulating their own opinion. And everybody on my channel is welcome to have their own voice and their own mind. So that is the updates that we have on this tragedy. I am excited to hear more about this case. I feel very sad about the victims in this case, and I hope we can keep their voice alive and advocate for them, because yes, they're not perfect. Yes, they did some things in this case that led to this tragedy. I'm not saying they're innocent. In fact, I'm not on either side of the people involved. The people that I'm on the side of is the children. I'm on the side of all the children involved on both sides, because yes, Angel may not be an angel just because his name is Angel, but he is still a young man, and he deserves to paint his own path in life. And he shouldn't have to carry the weight of his father and his crimes. And now this kid has hid away, and now he can't do what he loves. He apparently loves YouTube. And I want you guys to go watch his channel. Please do not say negative things on his channel, but send him encouragement, because he now has lost something that he really loves, guys. He loves YouTube. Okay? And it's very sad that now he can't do YouTube. So, so sad, guys. But anyways, I pray for this family. I know they're going to get justice. And at the end of the day, I know Finny did some really messed up stuff, and Bubbly did. They did, but they didn't deserve to get murdered. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're innocent, but they didn't deserve to lose their life. Their kids lost their family, their mom, their both parents in one night. And that's what we have to remember. All right, so we're going to keep up on this case, and there should be a new update, they said, on August 4th. So we will reconvene on that date, and we will discuss those details. So let me know what your opinion is on this. I'm curious of what you think. Who do you think is guilty in this? What is your thought process on this? This is all about you letting us know what you think. All right. Love you all. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe.